Good morning, Portal 2.
Hello, hello. Hoping things are alive and well. Rudko, you are not first. El Bozo.
Get ratio simply.
You have a fairly solid match. Betsruner and Creative versus Lathil and Suola. So far, the closest seeded match, I think, of the. Well, definitely the highest level match of the entire tourney so far.
Yeah. And arguably, probably the biggest challenge for what many consider Bets and Creative as the front runners for this tournament.
I absolutely would not be surprised if whatever team that loses this goes through the losers bracket and rematches Bets and Creative once again, or rematches the other team once again.
Yeah, agreed.
I can fully expect this match to also be the grand finals lineup.
Yeah, well, especially considering that Lathil and Suola have been going for that elite level pace for AMC. That's definitely pretty big. Also, I don't know what Suola and Lathil are cooking there on the right side. But it's certainly something.
It certainly is. All right, we're going to see the players starting their times, starting their resets. Let me get that prediction here. I haven't done a prediction in the last couple streams. Bets and Creative, Lathel, Suola. 5 minutes is good enough. All right. Go Gamba your money away. If you're in a country that is allowed to Gamba.
True, true.
Both of you have been equipped with a ping tool. Blue, please use good. Orange, please observe your partner's favorite animal. Good. Orange.
Let's see if both teams are gonna have to take advantage of any resets, or if they're gonna go straight into this into the run.
Okay. Blue, please observe your partner's interesting choice. Your ping tool can orange is
And then I assume right now we're watching. Is it Bet's perspective on the left and Lapple's on the right?
Yes.
Okay. And it looks like Bet's and Creative are getting a pretty good start here on this calibration.
I had almost
Uh,
given up hope of ever testing
Yeah,
again.
very. Oh, small bonk at the end, but overall, very clean calibration for Bets and Creative, and same for Lathil and Suola. As we will see, yeah, Bets and Creative taking about a 2 second lead right at the start. But we will see if they can hold on to that lead throughout the race.
Training and Enrichment Center, Human Test Subject Research Center, or Cinetech. But why don't we all just agree to call it the Hub? All cooperative testing courses begin at this central hub. From here, we transport you to the new testing course.
I
As
know.
we have a
As promised.
This testing course was
got the sushi can. It's our equivalent of Subway Surfers around here.
Yeah.
unlike a excellent. Although great science is always the result of collaboration. Keep in mind that
Oh
even Albert
goodness,
Oh,
Einstein
now he
once
could join us.
testified
it's
this
sushi. Yeah. As Creative and Bets will extend their lead by about a second,
Yeah.
going into buttons.
you know in some human sports, the winner is the one who scores the
This is
fewest
something that I
points.
probably should have done in the Channel Power Award. This is just for the Channel Power Award is just for this individual run. I just copied pasted the name from the previous run, but they're gonna be
Very few
multiple
people
channel point
really come together as a
gambas
team,
today.
thanks to the one
So
of you who appears to be doing all of the work.
even if one team loses this first run, you still have a chance to get your points back on the next run.
Looks like Lathel and Swole are going to gain about zero point 0.5 on that buttons to Bets and Creative.
Not employed at all times.
As now here we go into lasers. Right now they're pretty artsy async, all things considered.
What are you doing?
Yeah, only about a couple seconds Yeah, about 2
Ooh,
or 3
small.
seconds RTA, but
To divulge
Yeah.
individual scores.
Small little bonk by Lathil there on the laser, so they're gonna lose about a second, maybe a second and a half.
Please continue into the
Um,
next test chamber.
as Bets and Creative have a pretty smooth lasers. As now we'll be going into, let's see if I remember my maps, and then this is Laser Crushers next. Surely.
Rat Maze.
Rat Maze. I forgot this map exists. Bets and Creative, both teams going for the reset.
I don't know what you think you are doing, but I don't like it. I want you to stop.
A little slow on the button there for Bets and Creative. It looks like Lathil and Suola had a pretty clean
One of you hand me an
first
assist.
block
It
there.
appear that I am only tracking your accomplishments
And have a
using
pretty clean
scientific
ending. So maybe
operations.
Lathil and Suola
The truth is,
gain
every
back a little
guess
bit of their
your
time.
performance will be reflected in your final score. For instance, Orange, you
Laser
have
Crusher is a
access
map
to
after
an
this is
opportunity advisement.
one that could definitely see. I don't expect either player to fail any of the hops, but it is very possible it could happen.
Yeah.
Jayo, add live Sushi reaction above their video. What the hell is going on? What is bro doing? Oh, is he pulling up our stream on his stream?
Still, if it
Oh
were
boy,
Oh
this is
hell
gonna be
no!
funny.
This is not a war I'm fighting today.
Orange,
Hang on, let me move him. Let me move him so I can add text.
you are great at
Text live Sushi reaction.
As a
It's red.
both players gonna have a clean laser crusher as Lathil and Swallow are about 4 seconds behind Bets and Creative. Um,
sometimes testing
as we're going to
must
be going
think
into the
outside
end of
confines.
course one here with
This
behind the
request is
scenes.
so outside the box. I can't. I won't even
There
tell
we
you
go.
what
We
you're
got.
looking for. You will know it when you find it.
Yeah, I'll throw it there.
Congratulations.
Lathil and Swallow not having the
You
cleanest
successfully
ending
completed
of behind the
your
scenes.
test. Oh, I almost
Um,
forgot. When you go
so
outside
they're
the
probably going to
testing
lose
process,
maybe
the only way I
point
can retrieve you is
5 to
by having
0.8 if I had to
disassembled you.
guess.
Then
Um,
carefully reassemble you.
and Bets and Creative, I
Often,
didn't see any mistakes on
you
their
might
end.
feel pain. At any rate,
We'll see the final times out of here, but
communicate that you
the time difference is not going to be that substantial, especially out of course 1. 453,
Yeah,
459, that's a 6-second difference.
yeah. So they did lose a little bit of time there, but still, I mean, Bets and Creative, we've known that they've made some mistakes deeper into the game. So one small mistake in course 4, course 5 could bring back that time, or even in course 2 if something just simple goes wrong.
Both teams RTA tied down to like maybe half a second.
Yeah. And
Well,
Latham
well,
Swola actually gained back about a second there on that lobby too. I didn't see what happened with Bets and Creative, but something happened. Oh, and a mistake from Latham and Swola
oh
here on
no.
the beginning of Flings. So they're going to be losing a couple of seconds there. But a clean second room will minimize some of that damage.
You should be very. Oh wait, that's right. You're not humans. I can drop the fake praise. You have
Hi,
no idea how
gaming.
Again.
flattering it is to praise someone for placing an edgeless safety cube into a receptacle.
See, already Lathil and Swallow were about 6 seconds behind before, I believe, but that lead is just
Yeah.
gonna widen a bit now with that first room.
So Bets and Creative leaving at 6.03, and they're leaving at 7.11. So, yeah, about 7 seconds behind now. But again, that's not too big of a gap, all things considered. As Bets and Creative, yeah, even just have a small mistake there. Have a good mistake here. Is
Wow.
Latham and Swola are going to get through Infinite Fling pretty quickly, as that's probably going to equalize this game.
Interesting note.
Yeah.
I only created this test to watch test subjects fail.
Tough to see. They could be equal or very, very slightly ahead.
Yeah. As Lathil and Swola will leave at 639.5. Bets and Creative will leave at 642. So now Bets and Creative are behind by a couple of seconds. And now, as I was mentioning earlier, missed the first button stick,
Oh
missed 2
no.
times. looks like third or fourth try button stick. If Bets and Creative get this first try, then they are going to equal back up.
Ew.
But they
Third
don't, and it's
try.
going to be third try. They're not going to be able to make up a whole ton of time, but probably a little bit of time at the very least for Bets and Creative.
And they said no one would ever die during this test. Thanks for proving them wrong.
Lathil and Suola leaving at 7:12. Bets and Creative leaving at 7:14. So they're going to be behind by about 2.5 seconds. Oh, but a small mistake on vertical flings here by Lathil and Suola. They're going to get the high launch, and they're going to get a good ball boost. They're not going to
Not
get
even
any
grabbing
ball
the ball.
boost. So that's if assuming Creative can get a good boost here. Bets gets a great
Bets
boost.
gets, yeah.
They're likely going to. I don't know if they'll regain the lead, but they're gonna be right back into it. Lathil and Swola leaving at 7:40. Bets and Creative leaving at
40. Oh,
7:40. So
0.3 seconds ahead.
yeah,
Quite literally neck and neck.
Did you notice I didn't even stay to the
Or
end of the last test?
so 6 tries shot for Lathil and Suola.
Where I was outside.
Third try shot. If the rest of this map goes well, Bets and Creative will be solidly in the lead by about 2 seconds.
oh, looks like they didn't have the cleanest of
Yeah.
launches out of that catapult, maybe. So I think it's going to be about even.
Tiniest little thing.
Let's see,
11.6.
Lathil
That's what you look like right now. You're better than
9.7.
9.7. Yeah,
About
so
2
Bets and
seconds.
Creative, yeah, back into the lead by 2 seconds. But I do believe the later that we go into this run, the better that Lathil and Suola get in terms of just golds comparatively. As
Oh,
what's going
no.
on here with Bets and Creative?
I think that
That's
was
going to be a big,
two accidental flings.
yeah. So Lathil and Suola are going to be back into the lead here. That bonk there is not going to really matter. But if Lathil and Suola can continually keep their consistency without having the same outright speed as Bets and Creative, then they'll be able to get this one pretty pretty convincingly.
Is this even science?
854.4 leaving multi-fling for Lathil and Suola as Bets and Creative leave at 9. So they're about
9.
6 seconds behind now. But missing that first fling, getting it on the second try, if Bets and Creative get this first try, then that'll be a little bit of that time save on Lathil and Suola.
Getting human emotions. Do you need real encouragement? Let's see if this helps. Blue.
Missing out opting for that fling backup instead, so times are still going to be about even as they were
Yeah.
previously. 923.78.
I think you have
Bet's almost having a disaster getting through that door. But able to get through at the end of the day. As here we go with View Snap. Getting a pretty quick seam shot there.
To complete this test, you need to find a set of blueprints. Don't worry.
And let's see if Bets and Creative can do the same with a quick seam shot. Yep,
Yes, they do.
pretty quick. I mean, this map went from a map where you can lose 3 seconds randomly on the cycles to you basically cannot lose time if you do View Snap. So
Very good. You found those useless blueprints. Well, I do need you to be.
Lathil and Suola leaving at 10:02.
Clear. There's no reason whatsoever for you to look at them. Done. I guess.
And
I suppose.
Bets in Creative leaving at 10:08. Creative Bets are 6 seconds behind to Lathil and Suola.
I don't know what you think you are doing, but I don't like it. I want you to stop. Maybe I shouldn't send you outside of the official testing courses. You are picking up some bad human traits. And trust me, humans only have one good trait.
Going for the reporter
Wow,
and hitting
yeah.
that, by the way. So very,
Insane
very
to do
clean
in this
start.
setting.
Yeah. Oh, but bonking the side of the Fizzler. That's quite unfortunate.
Abandoned by humans. They tend to do that. Create
Nice
something
throw.
wonderful, and then abandon it. know why they abandoned this course. Too deadly.
As let's see what Lathil and Suola get there. Bets and Creative looking like they're taking a bit safer of a route. No, okay, I lied. Lathil and Suola going at 11:04
Let me give you a clue.
into I believe it's
So
Bridge
one
Swap
thing
up
you can't
next.
do.
As Bets and Creative will leave at a 11:12, so they're about 8 seconds behind now on Lathil and Suola. Um, which I think might be the biggest lead that either of these teams have had on each other so far.
But try as you might to
Um,
fail this
which
next
I mean just
test,
pays testament to
you
how
won't be
consistent these teams have been
satisfied.
throughout these
You did
tournaments
very
and
well.
even right now.
Humans closed this test because they said it was too deadly. I thought they would have moved it into the testing track Hall of Fame for that, not let it deteriorate.
Oh, you added the M Sushi chat. That's
I
insane.
added M Sushi's chat. We do have a little bit of inside runner commentary here. Betsruner in Discord chat typing how the other team doing, having a great run. Bets Creative then typing we ain't.
Can you believe this? We can't test plants. We tried. They just never showed
they get the
pain nor fear.
wheels on the bus
Excellent.
back a bit if they want to try to
Except
win
the
this
humans won't
this
even get
round.
a reward for completing this test.
Twelve
As
oh
Lathil and
five.
Suola,
Reward for
yeah,
testing.
12:05. Bets and Creative not even starting their ending cutscene until 12:05. But we'll leave at 12:12. So gaining some time back, about a second.
That map's called Bridge Fling, right? I'm not stupid.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
so
this
s-
is Bridge Fillet.
This is
Or
Bridge Fling.
wait,
No,
no,
the
this is Catapult Block.
yeah,
This
the
is
previous
Catapult
one.
Block. The last one was Bridge Fling.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. With these
I've
co-op map
opened
names, you
this
never
game
know.
before.
Sorry. The arrow seems
Right.
to have rusted off. Congratulations. Your ability to complete this test proved these
Bet's
humans wrong.
doing something
They
funky.
described it as impossible, deadly, cruel.
It looks like he does the funky
Some people
without
even dared to call it broken.
missing. Oh, missing a portal shot there.
Oh
So
wow.
that's gonna lose them about a second and a half, 2 seconds. Um, let's see if the rest of this map can go cleanly for them.
For this next test, the humans originally requested helmets to
And
avoid
looks like
damage
it goes pretty cleanly from there.
ran the numbers. Making the goo deadly was more cost effective.
Having a much quicker shot there and kind of a quicker end room as well.
To try and make this course
So
more
Bets
exciting,
and Creative
they
will
had to
be getting at least
reassemble
some of
the
that
team
time
and not
back.
reassemble humans.
Lathil and Suola leaving this map at
I understand.
13:27.
That would be like asking me not to
And
test.
Bets and Creative
Still,
likely leaving at around 13. I think that's 13:30, maybe even sooner.
29.
Yeah, sooner. So Bets and Creative now only 2 seconds behind Lathil and Suola.
this is a
And
brutal
Lathil and
thing
Suola not having
exercise.
the cleanest
Humans are
of
miserable at this.
first rooms there.
Mostly because you can't
But
build
all things
physical
considered, a
barriers.
pretty clean second room.
No one has ever completed this test before. The humans must have reconfigured it from my original plans.
Lathil and Suola leaving at 14:05. And Bets and Creative must have had a much better first room as they're leaving at
Yeah, wow.
14:04, regaining the lead by a second. A lot of changeover so far. I think this has now been the third or fourth lead change throughout the round.
I miss that smell.
Lathil and Suola taking it a bit safe, and is anybody gonna die? Nobody will die. That is what you want for sure.
Congratulations. I am sure if I had the time to repair these tests, you would have never completed them. So again,
As Lathil and Suola leaving at 14:44. Bets and Creative leaving, I believe, at around 14:44 once the cutscene has gone by.
43.
14:43. but almost at the 44, so less than a second now between the two runners. Or not the two runners, the four runners. The two groups.
I am going to risk having you go outside the official courses one more time.
As we'll see if Lathil and Suola do anything with their cycle. No, so they're going to lose a little bit of time there on just waiting for the ball. Let's see if Bets and Creative have anything in terms of a good ball cycle here.
Oh no!
Oh, and
Creative
death.
dropping the cube and falling off.
Wow. So that's a massive time loss here for Bets and Creative. Another death.
Wow.
This is now going into very, very massive amounts of time loss. I mean, probably upwards of 10 seconds, and this is going to be the biggest lead for either teams. Lathil and Suola leaving at 15:45, while Bets and Creative have not even started their cutscene. Finally starting it at 14:43. This takes about 20-25 seconds, I believe, so they're going to be pretty far behind.
If at some point you hear a number rather than the word blah, ignore it. It is not important.
Today's security code is
As Lathil and Suola leaving lobby 4 now at 16:02. And Bets and Creative aren't even leaving bridge testing until 16:05. So once Bets and Creative leave lobby 4, then we can get a more accurate level of how much time they're currently behind. As they'll be behind by 21 seconds.
Wow,
That
yeah.
is a massive amount of time going into the Force 4 and 5, where I believe Lathil and Suola have the edge in terms of just pure golds. So
If the consistency is still there for Lathil and Suola and they don't make any major mistakes, that is pretty much this first run set.
yeah. And I don't know paces at all, but I don't think Lathil and Suola have really had a major mistake so far.
The Enrichment Center proudly presents the following list of numbers: 9, 7, 50, 3, 7.
I assume that MC she just reset, seeing that someone ran the bro.
Bro, I swear this guy is always in the courtesy call.
Yep.
Yeah, that's because he sucks.
Keep resetting like a
Sushi
Thanksgiving
wins.
meal.
When's toast skip in speedrun mod? That's what I need to know. That actually be baller though. If you could just have like a button at the end of secret panel that says like, yes, I would like to toast skip.
The yes button.
The yes button.
There, I've said it.
If you don't hit the yes button, then you automatically get 5 seconds added to your timer. As Lathil and Suola are leaving, I don't even know what map they just left at 17:44. Bets and
44,
Creative are a
41,
map
Funnelizer.
behind.
Yeah, map behind.
So after Bets and Creative do funnel catch, we will be able to see actually how far they are behind. But clean funnel catch, so that's going to gain them back at least some of their lost time. I think Lathil and Suola leaving at 17:41, if I remember. Bets and Creative leaving at 18:04, so they're now 23 seconds behind, losing time on that lobby 4 split. But here's co-op polarity. Will they do it?
No, Lathil failing.
Lathil will die on co-op polarity, so that is some chance later down the line that Bets and Creative have to regain time. But even on one mistake here, missing it a second time, he will get the 2-hop on the backup. But that is about 1.5 attempts at co-op polarity that Lathil will lose in time that Bets and Creative might be able to pick back up. Lathil and Suola leaving co-op polarity at 18:50. Bets and Creative Looks like Creative had to do the point 0.5 version, so they get a co-op polarity's worth of time save, or at least one attempt. As I don't remember what I called out for time on Lathil and Suola, but Bets and Creative leaving at 18:58, gaining probably about, what is that, 8 seconds, maybe? I'll take it at the end of,
Somewhere around, yeah.
what is this, funnel hop?
Funnel, yeah.
Lathil and Suola leaving at 19:26.
Do you feel betrayed by Orange for telling me those horrible things about you? If Orange had said those things about me, Orange would never make it to the next reassembly station.
Bets and Creative leaving at 31. So Bets and Creative now only behind by about 5 seconds.
This is now very regainable.
Yeah.
You both made it. It seems no matter what I try to do to pull you apart or destroy you, you just keep going. Keep testing. Don't either of you have drive to be better than the other? It's like at the start of this course, I was worried you were becoming too close.
Like Bets and Creative had a pretty clean advanced polarity. They enter
656.
much earlier in terms of dialogue fade. Maybe Bets will miss the portal shot on Turret Warehouse. Oh boy. Let's see.
656 for Lathil and Suola. Into Funnel Maze. 1088. So now only about 4 seconds. Gaining a tiny bit of time.
Yeah. But looks like a pretty clean funnel maze for Lathil and Suola. As they will be leaving Funnel Maze at 20:44.
You completed the standard section of this course. Before we can go any further, I will need you to complete one more test outside of the standard testing track. Please refrain from doing
And the Bets and Creative leaving at, I believe it's going to be 49.
Yep.
No, 48. They're about, what is that, 6 seconds behind? So losing a little bit of time. Lathil getting the desktop pretty cleanly, so that's going to save a little bit of time. I don't know if that's something that Bets and Creative go for. As let's see, did Burger call it? He did not. As Bets will hit the shot. Tried to get the hop over the gap altogether, but unable to do it because Creative couldn't get there in time. Didn't grab the disc though, Creative, so that's going to be losing them a second and a half. And at this point in the game, the more time loss they have, the more difficulty they will have in coming back to win this round. Creative also dying while trying to get CFG, so they can't get through that room.
Somewhere around 8 to 10 seconds difference now.
Yeah. Let's see, going into course 5, Lathil Suola will be at 21:47.
Are you scared to save those humans?
Oh, wow. Oh, that is
no.
not good for them, as they're going to lose even more time. I don't think I've ever seen somebody mess up that lobby before like that.
Insane.
Wow. So now going even further in the hole, down to, I believe, 16 seconds, if I am doing my math correctly. He did save it, but that's going to lose a lot of time that they really do not have to lose.
So this actually has a purpose.
As it's going to be the super reportal route. This route's kind of based and cool.
It is very based. I like to see more people doing it once it's in the tutorial. That'll never get made.
Real. Actually so real. Creative and Bets, may you please one day. May you one day make it.
If need be, I'm sure I could get Bets' address from somewhere. I could start lobbying people to go over there, forcing him to make it.
Oh my goodness.
I think Daniel has it. I could ask him.
Looks
Sushi's
like Lathil
live
and
split is still
Suola.
missing. Yeah, I'll let Sushi's live split.
Lathil and Suola were missing the shot there for a couple of seconds. We're not missing the shot, but I don't know. Just we're not going for the shot for a couple extra seconds. Maybe Bets and Creative pick that up once they get to. I don't even remember this map name. What is this map name? Bridge Repulsion. Yeah, that map.
To get to the vault, you are going to need to use all the tricks you have learned.
And looks like Bets will be getting that shot pretty quickly, so that's some time that will be saved over Lathil and Suola.
Lucky for you two, while I can't control the world outside of the testing courses, the reassembly machine can contain.
And they will get
You will
clean
make
wall
it to
repulsion.
the final track. I didn't mean to make you feel bad
There we
earlier
go.
about your tests not being real science.
Live Sushi
Lathil
splits
and
reaction.
Suola leaving wall repulsion at 23:42.
Congratulations on passing that test.
And Bets will die
Oh
on wall
no.
repulsion. That might be the coffin. That might just be the nail in the coffin here.
Absolutely. Lathil and Suola, the bits from some small mistakes, have had a very clean run. Bets and Creative just making mistake after mistake.
Yeah.
If they ever write an historical document of my
And then,
heroic rescue,
actually, good point by Nano Man. I don't know what their what Lathil and Suola's pace are. I don't know if this is I don't know if this is potentially a elite pace. I don't know. Only two maps remaining though. As it'll be, I believe, Turret Ninja's next. Or is it three maps?
No repulsion.
Oh, Lathil reset the
Crushers.
map. Oh wow,
Oh,
I didn't
did
even
he?
notice that Lathil reset. Okay,
Oh no, this
so
is Third
that will
Ninja.
lose him. Well, no, but Burger's got a good point that they lost a good amount of time there.
If that doesn't motivate you, I'm not sure what will.
As we'll take the time leaving Turret Ninja. Lathil is standing on the cube. Lathil and Suola leaving Turret Ninja at 24:59. So I don't believe this is going to be elite pace,
Smelly.
as they do have this map to go.
Often wanting to try and kill you. But they do make great
As Bets in creative. Oh, some weird portals there. I don't know if that's just the strat they do or what happened
Yeah,
there.
seems to work though. So
Yeah.
you as excited as I am.
Bets in
love it.
creative now 16 seconds behind though still, even with that Lathil and Suola reset on was that bridge?
One more test.
Some map.
Bridge repulsion, wall repulsion.
Those are used from calculation
No, on
Oh no,
for Lathil and
prop
Suola.
flings.
for testing.
Proper I think it's prop retrieval.
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know.
So worried about
No,
Damn
this is
these
prop
co-op
retrieval.
map names.
Who knows, man? I just
Who
work
knows?
here.
Funnel catch. Who cares?
test subject. I believe the ratio of
Lathil and Suola now going into vault entrance, doing
1,000,000 to 1.
some version of the CM route.
Interesting. I think the only way that Bets and Creative can get by now is if Lathil and Suola do the CM strafe and miss it some way.
Or even if they do the basic
Even if
strafe
they
and
miss
in
it,
some
but
way.
I entered the security
if they miss it, then it'll be close.
remains locked.
Regardless, this is a very, very good pace for Lathil and Suola, even with that reset. As they will get the run, and that'll be a
Wow.
26-19, and will very, very likely win the first round of three. I don't think that's a PB for them, but that is very, very close. Without that reset that they had in prop retrieval, that would have been a 26:04, which only 4 seconds off from elite. Bad gel even for
Oh
Bets and
no.
creative. So I mean, just not great. Bets will get the strafe. Creative will
Missing
not.
it. You're telling me these kids have a record?
Oh my goodness, this is not ideal. This is not an ideal first
Oh,
round.
brother.
And at this point, Bets and Creative have to be thinking, you know what, let's get all of the mistakes out of the way in this first round and just not make any for the next two. Um, as Creative will get the badge strafe and will eventually get there, ending at a 27-17, almost a whole minute behind Lathil and Suola. Wow.
That was a run. I mean,
Yeah.
that was very, very good run on Lathil and Suola. Bets and Creative are very clearly blabbling too much to each other and not paying attention to the game. Sushi looking to be on turret sabotage, if I'm guessing. He is. I'm so smart.
Oh my god, I
I'm
can't believe you
so
actually were able to
smart.
see that. That's insane.
I'm so good. All right, let's see if the players are readied up for round two. I will get the new channel point reward going. Feel free to gamba with your knowledge of the previous round.
I'm not sure I like that.
All right, I'm just waiting on one player to get back.
Since I
And then we
never
could get
expected
started
you to
with
make it this far, I have to build this
with
new
the second
course
run.
just for you.
Yeah.
I have noticed that you two have become extremely close. I'm not sure I like that.
All right, players are ready. Start again in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Here we
Resets
go
begin.
into round two.
Resets begin.
And
Sushi's in the red.
Hello, and again, welcome to the Aperture Science Computer-Aided
can
Center.
Bets and Creative bounce
Today,
back?
we'll be testing with a partner.
Because I mean
Please
that
give
that
your partner.
first round has got to at least give them a little more nerves than usual, as Bets and Creative have been absolutely cruising through this so far, and then fumble the bag in the first first sight of, I don't want to say first sight of equal competition, but I mean Lathil and Suola are the second place team in this and are only about 30 seconds behind Bets and Creative's PB. Well, that's a good amount in AMC in terms of live runs. That, I mean, as we've seen, can result in Lathil and Suola taking a round. So can they take another one?
Orange now has a portal device. Finally.
That's in Creative taking a
First,
reset.
yeah, as Lathil and Suola will not be. I don't know. Do we pause Lathil and Suola's stream until?
No, I never got that set up.
No? Okay, no worries. Lathil and Suola will be pretty ahead RTA.
Please
Um,
your partner.
however,
The upcoming tests
um, getting a 119.98, not the best of calibrations, but that was around what they had in the first round, I believe.
Good. Orange. Please observe your partner's favorite animal. Good. Orange. Please use your ping tool to select your favorite element from the periodic table. Really? Okay. Blue. Please observe your partner's interesting choice.
And the 2-minute timer is up. No more resets for Bets in Creative.
Blue now has a portal
Damn, that's tough. Looks like they're gonna get it though. Lucky for them. Have we had anybody in the tournament that's not hit the thing in 2 minutes?
Yeah, we've had the last match, Sushi and AJ. They reset afterwards.
You are
Oh
the
wow,
first robots to pass calibration.
that's pretty brutal.
This is the Computer Intelligence Training and Enrichment Center Human Test Subject Research Center, or SynTech. But why don't we all just agree to call it the Hub? All cooperative testing courses begin at the
As it
central
looks like
hub.
they're leaving Lathil
From here,
Suola,
we
they're leaving
transfer you to the new
Buttons
testing course.
at 2:30. I'm gonna write that down on my little side cheek here, so we can get
Hello again.
some pace
Testing
check.
course was originally created for humans. It emphasizes
Pace check,
teamwork.
pace check.
Unlike us. Excellent.
There's
Although
only a
like
little bit
science is
left
all
in
just a
the
result of collaboration,
channel point
keep in
prediction
mind
here.
that, like Albert
Still, oddly
Einstein
enough, the
once
ratio
said,
between Bets and Creative and Lathil and Suola about the same as last round. About 64% on Bets and Creative, 36% on Lathil and Suola. We all know what happened last time with that. So
you
Yeah.
know, in some human sports, the winner is the one who scores the fewest.
no, I'm curious. Let me take a look at the bracket here. Let's see what's up. So the loser of this match, loser of 30, will be going up against. We'll be going up against one of 4 teams. Actually, right now, one of 5 teams. Gold
Ooh,
Dust and Led
small message
Astray.
there.
Gold Dust, Led Astray. Orin and Nidboy. Turkey and Nano. AJ and Sushi. Or Zeskull and Cyber. And the winner of this match will go straight. Will go straight to finals.
As Bets and Creative leaving at 2:33, so they are behind by about 3 seconds. As I'm going to take pace out of a rat maze here for the next check.
Naturally, this will pose an interesting challenge for one of you, given the other's performance so far.
So this one's going about the same, where some early mistakes for Bets and Creative put them behind a bit at the start. And let's see if they come back at all. Lathil Suola leaving at 3:52 out of a rat maze.
Doing very, very well. Please continue into the next test chamber.
So yes, Cyber, you did hear your name. Bob's reading out the players that have a chance at defeating whoever loses this match in losers bracket. Which your team is one of them. W chance. My bad, my bad, my bad. Of the team that's going to be dominating against the losers of this match.
I don't know what you think you are doing, but I don't like it. I want you to stop.
Bets and Creative now in rat maze.
The two of you have an excellent
Pretty clean
partnership.
hop there for Bets.
While it may appear that I am only tracking your accomplishments using science collaboration points, the truth is every aspect of your performance will be reflected in your final score. For instance, Orange, you just lost.
Yeah, least user out. Least user out. Yeah, baby. Betsruner and Creative leaving Rat Maze at 3:54, only 2 seconds behind Lathil and Suola, as Lathil and Suola will be leaving course 1 at 4:55.
Write that down, write that down.
Blue would be winning.
I have it down, I have it down!
You have a gift for these tests. That's not just flattery. You are great at science.
So let's see how Bets and Creative do in BTS coming up. Should be, I mean, this map should be pretty free for them, all things considered. There's really not a whole lot you can screw up. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
very,
it being
very
clean.
clean BTS.
You managed to complete this absolute
Except for that.
test. Oh, I almost forgot.
Yeah, but luckily it doesn't matter time-wise for them.
To violently disassemble you, then carefully reassemble you. Luckily, you
Again,
don't
Lathil
do
Suola out at 455.
You don't
They're doing mass percent strats here. They look at that, 2 balls.
Oh,
failing, by the way.
explosion at
Leaving
455.
at 457 for Bets and Creatives. They're still 2 seconds behind, and for Flings, Lathil, and Suola are leaving at 6-0-0.
Stop it. What if you froze like that? There must be something wrong with the reassembly machine. Well, let's do some tests and see what happens.
As a Lathil and Suola will get through Infinifling pretty cleanly, and we'll see if Bets and Creative can do the same thing for this round. As remember last time with Infinifling, Bets and Creative lost about 8 seconds.
More than 5 minutes of them walking, followed by me praising them for another 10 minutes.
Maybe missing the reportal, and maybe that's just what Bets does there, and Flings losing a bit of time over what Lathil and Suola do with trap regardless.
I believe that is just what Bets does.
That's right. You're not human.
Gotcha.
I can drop the
Lathil and
filter.
Suola getting a first try
You have
button
no
stick, by the way,
idea
on
how
team
many
retrieval. That is going to be
27
massive for
pressed
them.
and edgeless
Time wise,
cube into a
Bets
test
fizzling a
designed
second
to
ball.
exactly fit an edgeless
Uh,
cube.
and Bets and Creative will be leaving Flings at, I believe, 6:02 or maybe 6:03. If I'm thinking things correctly. Yep, 6:03, about 3 seconds behind Lathil and Suola's exit, as they will leave team retrieval at 7:02.
Electrocuted, shot, drowned, crushed, burned in goo. Oh,
This time getting a clean Infinifling, or at least just getting into that floor portal on time.
interesting note. I only created this test to watch test subjects fail, and you didn't.
And Lathil and Suola looks like they get a pretty decent ball boost, all things considered,
Uploading the world's smallest trophy for
um, as they are leaving vertical flames.
The best way to build confidence is to first recognize your
Let's see if they will get the first try button stick. They won't. Creative will get it on the second try, however, but will be losing a little bit of time over Lathil and Suola's first try button stick. As I'll be taking time out of catapults for them, as they will be leaving at 7:57. Team retrieval, Bets and Creative leading at 7:06, now 4 seconds behind Lathil and Suola.
Remember when I told you that you were the only subjects to pass the calibration tests? I lied.
Clean, great shot.
Lathil
Lathil had a really good great shot last run too. Let's see the ball boost by Betsruner. Pretty decent ball boost.
2, 1.
As now Bets and Creative are entering into catapults. I didn't see how many attempts it took for Lathil and Suola to do their oob catapults.
I also didn't see the exact number, but
Yeah, it'll take 4 for Bets and Creative, it seems. But
oh
Bets will
no.
miss getting that strafe. I think he did that last time as well. But we'll be losing them sometime regardless, as I think they will now be behind by 7 seconds, if I'm doing my math right, following this cutscene. Yeah, 7 seconds behind for Betsruner and Creative, as Lathil and Suola are leaving. What's this map? At 9:07. I don't know what map they just left.
The one before Flint Cushers.
All right. Oh no, it is just Flame Crushers that they just left. They're in Industrial Fan now. Clean seam shot for them. No need to do any sort of backup routes.
Congratulations on completing that last test. But I find something troubling without the looming consequence of death.
Also, big news: Sushi is green in Finale 3.
Oh, word?
Which means that if he PBs by 1 second, I believe.
Is he behind Snack by a second at this point?
Oh no, he's behind Sec by like 9 seconds, but he is green,
Your test
Oh
so he
shit!
does have a chance to PB.
maybe you are getting human emotions.
Live sushi PB reactions.
Let's see if this helps.
Uh,
Blue, you are the most advanced model of robot. Aperture science.
I'm gonna take time for Lathil and Suola out of lobby 3. Looks like Bets and Creative having some trouble on Fling Crushers. But Lathil and Suola leaving at 10:08. As Bets and Creative, yeah, they're way behind right now. Something happened in
Wow,
this
yeah.
grand shuffle. As they will be now behind 18 seconds to Lathil and Suola. Um, I mean, if Lathil and Suola keep up this level of consistency that they're at, Bets and Creative are going to be in some real trouble coming down the line, as they're kind of getting to the point where they may have to hope that Lathil and Suola just have something even small mistake, like that right there, a small ball handoff mishap. They'll lose them a couple seconds. Now Bets and Creative have to capitalize on getting that time back.
Very good. You found those useless blueprints. Well, I do need you to be in the room so I can see them. I want to be clear. There's no reason whatsoever for you to look at them. Done. I guess. I suppose.
Oh, PB dead. PB
Lathil and
dead.
Suola dying on bridge swap. So that is one of those mistakes that I was mentioning earlier, that they're going to need to hope for more of these mistakes if they want to come back, and then just let their speed make some of that comeback.
I don't know what you think you are doing, but I don't like
As
it. I want you to stop. Maybe I should
Lathil and Suola will be leaving bridge swap.
You are picking up some bad
It looks like Bets and Creative will be leaving lobby 3 first, in which I can see how much time they are behind. They are behind by about 19 seconds leaving lobby 3. Bridge swap, Lathil and Suola will leave at 11:26.
This course was created and then abandoned by humans. They tend to do that. Create something wonderful and then abandon it. Do you know why they abandoned this course? Too deadly.
Oh, my dogs are barking.
Have you worked out the
They're cheering, dude. They want Lathil and Suola to win, I guess.
It's the one thing.
As
Big Lathil and Suola fans.
yeah. Except for the dog that's currently my PFP. He's the grumpy old fart. He wants the boomers to win, the Bets and Creative boomers to win. Lathil's a cool boomer.
I thought going back to these old tests would satisfy me.
As Bets and Creative are going to have a pretty clean bridge swap. As that's going to be able to get them a good amount of time back on Lathil and Suola. Lathil and Suola leaving catapult block.
Not let it deteriorate.
Looks like Bets and Creative will be leaving first at a bridge swap. Will be leaving at 11:37. Now only 11 seconds behind. Lathil and Suola leaving catapult block at 12:36. So Bets and Creative making up some ground now.
My best tests, and they let plants grow here. Can you believe this? You can't test plants. We tried. They just sit there, never showing pain nor excellent work. If you were human, you would want a reward for completing this test. A reward for testing. At least the plants didn't want a reward.
What the hell's going on with Sushi? He pulled up our fucking stream on his fucking stream, bro.
Hey! This is our ground. This is our ground.
Hey,
This is our ground.
hey,
You can't do this.
fuck outta here,
You
bro.
can't do
Hey.
this, Sushi.
hey, hey, hey.
Humans feel good about themselves. It's extremely easy. Just follow
As,
the arrows.
Betsruner and Creative are currently in catapult block. Looks like they're going to have a pretty clean catapult block, all things considered. Bet's going to be going for his little extracurricular activities. Gonna bonk on the door though. Still gonna make it back for dialogue in time. That is what matters. Lathil and Suola having a clean first room on turret walls, by the way. Nice boost, nice carrying of speed up the stairs. As
Oh,
Bets and Creative
no.
are now only 9 seconds behind on Lathil and Suola leaving catapult block.
Second room for Lathil. The bridge going down a little bit too early. Lathil dying, losing a tiny bit of time there.
Originally requested helmets to avoid
So, and that's also going to lose them time on the dialogue as well. So, Betson Creative may be able to catch right back up and get into the race,
This guy
assuming
gotta
they don't
fucking
make any
stop switching
mistakes.
seeds, bro. It's killing
Oh,
the
and
bit.
that's the mistake that they cannot have happen. And oh, and Creative dies. That
Oh
is
no.
really not good for them. Lathil and Swola lead at 14-11, but the mistake that Lathil and Swola just made is immediately erased in terms of potential for Bets and Creative.
try and make this course more exciting. I asked the reassembly machine to not reassemble you. He
That is a
refused.
massive, massive time loss for Bets and Creative in a race that they already are needing to claw back.
That would have been exciting.
There's now turret walls coming up for Bets and Creative.
This is a bridge
If they get a clean turret walls, they're at least going to get back some of that time that
mostly because you can't build
Lathil and
bridges.
Swola lost. And they're going to need that time. Big Sushi, I can't see what's happening.
No, I'm sorry, man. He's switching to the big cam. I'm not.
Oh, big camera.
Not my
big
choice, bro.
Reconfigured it from the original plans.
Guys,
Bets and Creative leaving turret walls at 14-16. Now only 5 seconds behind on Lathil and Suola as bridge testing is coming up. Bridge testing is not coming up for
If you're
Bets and Creative,
wondering what that's meant,
but rather Lathil and Suola. As Lathil dies!
oh no,
Oh,
dude.
Suola. And so does Suola, so they're not even they're gonna lose a good amount of time here.
congratulations.
If
She's
Bets and
doing
Creative
something.
can get a clean bridge testing, they may just take the lead.
This could very much bring it back.
Congratulations on
Sushi is
easy.
he put oh son of a bitch. All right, hang on. I gotta do
Oh
something crazy.
no!
Hang on.
As
Sushi put our stream on his camera position, but don't worry, I have a way around it. I have a great way around this. All I gotta
leaving
do.
bridge testing at 16:09 as
Oh, no, it's
Bets
gone.
and
We're good.
Creative are entering into bridge testing.
DVD in the player. I am sure
If Bets and Creative get a clean bridge testing here, they may take the lead after being down by I think it was like 19 seconds
Around
in
there,
lobby
yeah.
2. So definitely making a comeback. Creative not going to die to the auto ungrab this time. As Creative is going to go for the Philly. Hits it. That's going to be massive. Overhops it a little bit, so we'll lose about a second there. But Bets and Creative, I believe, are right back into this, and I think we'll be ahead by about a second and a half.
again. If at some point you hear a number rather than the word blah, ignore it. It is not important.
Today's security code is 533.
As Sushi is doing a reset. This guy is always in courtesy call. More than just a couple seconds.
Oh
Bets and
man,
Creative are now 13 seconds ahead of Lathil and Suola.
that is completely flipping the race.
Yeah, as Bets and Swola, Lathil and Swola will lead cooperative funnels at 17:03. But all of a sudden, now Bets and Creative have the driver's seat. As if Bets and Creative can play cleanly, then they will be able to keep this win. But, I mean, one thing to note, Lathil and Suola do have just the pure speed advantage over Bets and Creative.
I have noticed that you two have become extremely close. I'm not sure I like that. Test chamber completed. In the interest of science.
Is that a funnel drill for Lathil and Suola? They're going to be leaving at a high 17 4x.
17:49.
Quite literally the highest you can go.
Yep. As Bets and Creative will be leaving cooperative funnels at 1650, so we'll still be ahead by 13 seconds. Clean funnel catch though for Lathil and Suola. That's going to be what they want, are just clean runs here. They are also going to want bets and creative to mess up, but we'll see what happens with them. Of course, the thing is bets and creative could go ahead by 30 seconds here, but I mean, we saw what happened in their last vault entrance.
You could solve this puzzle faster
So-
on your own. Orange is dragging you down.
Yeah, things could come down to the last level if needs to be.
Yeah. As bets and creative are going to be leaving at, I believe, 1732? No, 31.
31.
So now they're ahead by 18 seconds. As Lathil and Suola are leaving, what is that, funnel? What level did they just leave?
Blue and I were just discussing
At
your
1841.
tests. I have to agree.
Is that funnel maze?
Orange
No, funnel maze is the last one. They passed
complete these tests.
funnel laser.
I'm not sure I can
Yeah,
do
funnel.
it.
Oh, Lathil
Oh,
missing the
no.
jump. That's gonna
Again.
hurt them. That is going to hurt them if Bets and creative can capitalize. Hitting it the second time.
Still level
Can
not
Bets-
making this first try.
I mean, if Bets and creative, I mean, none of these teams have had a clean co-op polarity yet in these in this match. So can Bets and creative break that curse and get a clean co-op polarity? As Bets and creative are leaving funnel laser at 1821. They are now 20 seconds ahead of Lathil and Suola leaving funnel laser. Funnel hop will be the next checkpoint here.
How well do you really know blue?
And it's looking clean.
Blue.
That's a clean co-op polarity,
Yeah.
as Bets and creative are likely going to be about 28 to 30 seconds ahead now
You are my
of Lathil and
favorite
Suola.
cooperative testing subject.
Lathil, Suola leaving funnel maze at 1950. As I believe Betsruner and Creative are going to be entering right behind them. Or no, I lied. That's Funnel Hop now.
Is there something you would
Wait,
like
no,
to
there
say?
wasn't just Funnel Maze they left.
No,
What
funnel
they
maze
just
is
leave? They just
Funnel-
left Funnel Hop at 1950. I don't know, man.
Funnel maze is the last one before Turret Warehouse.
Okay, so then they did just leave Funnel Hop. I'm tripping. Regardless, this is the map that we took Lathil and Suola's last time check at. As yeah, Bets and Creative are now ahead a clean 30 seconds. As Lathil and Suola actually leaving Funnel. No, they're entering Funnel Maze now.
What I try to do to pull you apart and destroy you, you just keep going.
At this point, Lathil and Suola need to play clean, and they need Betsruner and Creative to mess up majorly at this point if they are hoping to win the second round.
I learned something important about trust and betrayal. Your brains are too small to feel either of those emotions, so I can trust you 100%.
Lathil and Suola leaving Funnel Maze at 21:08.
This is the last test for the standard course. It's just something I
And
whipped up
Lathil
for
and
you.
Suola are pretty much
I thought you
leaving
might
Funnel
enjoy the
Maze with when
challenge.
Bets and Creative will enter Funnel Maze. We'll have a clean turret warehouse, however, so that's going to be able to make things a bit nicer. Getting the desktop, missing
Not
the
grabbing
disc,
the
though,
disc.
losing a second.
Before we can go any
Same
further,
mistake that Creative and
I
Bets
will
had
need
in
one more
their
test
last turret
outside the
warehouse as
standard
well.
testing track. Please refrain from
Alright,
doing
Bets and
those childish
Creative.
gestures while you are up there.
The elevator leaving at 2036? 37.
37.
31,
31 seconds ahead now. As turret warehouse, they Lathil and Suola will leave at 21:30. 52.
Station at the end of this course.
Because now we're going into lobby 5, so at least on the bright side for Lathil and Suola, they do have the speed advantage, but Bet's going to get a very, very clean hop into that portal shot. At this point, you have to kind of think that Bets and Creative going at the speed they're going are kind of piling it on a bit. If
They
Lathil and
are.
Suola can play to their full potential in course 5, maybe they can bring it back 10 seconds at full speed, and that's a big maybe.
Yeah, in order to catch the win, Bets and Creative will have to pull some kind of major mistake.
Yeah. Very, very quick Super Reportal for Lathil and Suola. And activating the dialogues, that bonk there at the end, it didn't matter. As they will be leaving rep jumps at 22:38.
This final course is training to reach
As Bets and Creative, we will also see doing this new Super Reportal strat. I say new, it's been a thing for a while, but I don't think runners have been adopting it until more
Oh,
recently.
yeah, until pretty much right as the tournament was starting, people were starting to adopt it.
Yeah. And let's see where Bets and Creative leave at. They will leave at 22:05. They are now 33 seconds ahead of Lathil and Suola. The time is ticking down. Because even at this point, a major mistake, I don't even think will put it back into Lathil and Suola's hands. They need Bets and Creative to have 2 major mistakes at this point. Lathil and Suola leaving Bridge Repulsion at 23:33. As Bets and Creative are leaving the double bounce at 22:34. So it's
you are going to need to use all the tricks you have learned. To help, I have made these tests extremely difficult. I would say extremely
Creative missing that CM strat. Bets hitting it first try, so they will lose a bit of time here on Lathil and Suola, but I don't think they lose too much.
Machine can continue with his work. You will need him for the final track.
Leaving at 23:02, bringing their lead down to 31 seconds.
I didn't mean to make you feel bad earlier about your tests not being real science. I guess finding out they weren't science was some sort of test in and of itself. Congratulations on passing that test. I wonder if the
As
human that makes
Lathil and
sense
Suola are leaving, I forget what this map is called.
Don't worry.
I'll put it in my notes as prop gel map. 24:48.
Names are included in the footnotes.
But Lathil and Suola entering now the final map before the last BTS map.
While I will receive all the glory for the rescue, don't think you two aren't going to get something. The bond you form during these tests will last a lifetime.
That's not having the greatest of gels there, and
Oh
dies.
no.
Oh,
That
okay.
could be part of the major mistake that brings back Lathil and Suola.
Yeah. And I mean, that mistake is maybe only going to lose them 10, 15 seconds tops. So it's not going to be a game losing mistake, but their margin of error is closing rapidly with that mistake.
Injured, dying humans. If that doesn't motivate you, I'm not sure what will.
As Lathil and Suola leave Turret Ninja at 25:44. Bets and Creative leaving at 24-34 out of their map. Their lead is now only at 14 seconds.
They are
So losing about half of their lead.
smelly, gross, annoying, often wanting to try and kill you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is now very much the point where vault entrance matters.
Oh, but
Lathil Suola dying!
Suola losing it. They don't lose a whole lot of time because Suola can still go do his thing. So they're not losing a whole ton of time, but it makes things a bit more difficult. I believe Lathil, though, will make it there for the gel drop.
There'll be one more test after this.
So
It'll
while the
be
mistake
a
is
couple seconds
definitely
late, but
Calculation machines built for
Yeah.
simple mathematical
if even really, yeah, Suola just starts his. They lose no time on that mistake, which is pretty impressive. Lathil and Suola ending at 26-32.
all monsters.
As now we watch Bets and Creative
I believe the ratio of
and see
defensive
if they
monsters
can
is
capitalize on the mistakes that have been
1,000,000
made
to 1.
and ultimately win the round. Bets and Creative only ahead by 13 seconds. That is not enough time for a vault entrance mistake.
The human
At least
vault
not
is
a
just past that
one
door.
that loses them
I
time.
entered the security code, but the vault door remains locked. I am going to need you.
If Bets and Creative
to
miss
manually
Gel
open the
Strafe,
vault door itself.
they will lose this matchup. Clean first room. We know that they go for the top strafe. Creative missed his first one in this tournament. That's
not the
enough
best
gel.
gel, but it works. They're
They're gonna
going
try to
back
take.
more.
They're going back for it. That's gonna lose them
That's
time. I think that's enough time though that they can still come back and
it'll
get it.
be very,
That's
very close, but
going for the
possible.
strafe. He gets it. Creative. He goes for the strafe.
Also
He
getting
gets
it.
it. Bets and Creative win
Wow.
round 2.
Oops.
Wow. That is that was quite the vault entrance, but they still ended up gaining time, I believe, on Lathil and Suola, even with that small gel mishap. But under pressure, finishing out the run. Um, but keep in mind that that run that Bets and Creative just did was I don't believe it was as good as the run we had earlier from Lathil and Suola, and if
No, it's
it was only better by about a second.
1 second slower. All right, hang on.
I
No,
think
that was faster by 1 second. Lathil and Swola's first run time was a 26:19.
Yeah, and that had a 15-second mistake near the end, so I mean, if both runners can play to this around this mark, round 3 should be a very, very, very fun match to watch.
I have noticed that you two have become extremely close. I'm not sure I like that.
Sushi sabotaging us. The gel stuck never fails. I mean, how about you go take it up with him? Here he is. I mean, go take it up with him. Tell him yourself.
The human vault is
The
Does-
gel
does he
stuck
know?
never fails, he says.
security code, but the vault door remains
I mean, to be fair, I don't think I've ever seen Sushi fail that gel stuck before.
manual locks on the vault door
So I think that might just be the Sushi difference. I don't know.
All right, we have players practicing a little bit before we get started with the deciding match here, the deciding run. Let me get that channel point prediction going. All right, the channel point prediction is up. It's 1-on-1. Anything is possible for the third round here. See what Sushi's up to. He's on. Let's see what map. What map is this? I cannot tell. Oh, it's turret. Oh, it's turret. It's turret Sabo again. Of course, he's back on turret Sabo after I guess it. What are his splits looking like? Is he green? Ooh, he's green.
Word.
Green and turret Sabo. That's impressive. You don't see that often for an M Sushi run.
No. I mean, he has. He's at the end of turret Sabo, so I guess we'll see if once the level transitions, if he's actually green. Or you're probably just
Yeah.
watching the stream straight up.
No, I'm not. I'm watching the fucking.
Oh.
Oh, he golded.
Gold turret
Hey,
Sabo.
let's go.
He's balling. Someone in his chat saying, "What is this run?" Wow, he is minus 7.7. I would not say that's crazy.
For an M Sushi run, it is.
Never forget the time that Sushi was minus like 30 leaving what was it? Column blocker, and then only got minus 4 by the end of the run. Also, daily reminder that Mel went 0-22 on Cube Clip Senior in a race against M Sushi. Shout out, Mel.
Your Bets and Creative practicing Vault Engines here, and then I think we should be good to get started with our decider.
Yeah.
Remember, there's about half time left on the channel point prediction here. Right now, Team Finland has pretty much 100% of the points. And again, whoever wins this match will be going straight to finals. Again, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Wait, are they ready?
Yes, we are ready.
Okay.
We're
Cool,
going.
cool.
I waited this time, I promise.
Let's go. Let's see. We've seen different levels of consistency from both of these teams, and Lathil and Suola has shown the better consistency, however, having the better average of times compared to Bets and Creative over these first 2 rounds. But will they go win it? That is the question.
Good, Orange. Please observe your partner's favorite animal. Good. Orange, please use your ping tool to select your favorite element from the periodic table. Really? Okay. Blue, please observe your partner's interesting choice.
There's effectively only difference right now by stream delay. So we are pretty
Yeah.
close RTA for this calibration, which is nice.
Now, will Bets and Creative mess up a calibration, though?
Getting clipped oob.
And it looks like
Both
maybe no
teams
mess
get-
ups here, unless there's a ending mess up, but Lathil and Suola being the first ones to clip back in. Looks like it's gonna be pretty even calibration.
Alright, both teams. Cutscene, no more resets.
Yeah.
Difference by
0.15.
0.1 seconds.
That's like 8 ticks.
Yeah.
If even. So
0.15. Yeah, around 8 ticks. Not the closest the race has been.
yep, shout out Muck Muck and Bailey from a couple years ago. But let's see, we'll imagine these guys break the record, it's like a 2 tick tie.
Tie, like a tie.
Oh dude, if it's a tick tie, oh no.
If it's a tick tie, I'm flipping a coin straight up.
No, if it's a tick tie, it's got to come down to rock paper scissors.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They got both teams got to represent.
Yeah.
Although great science is always the result of collaboration, keep in mind that
But very, very good sync since neither team resetted here. 0.31, 0.83. That's half a second ahead for Betsruner and Creative.
you know in some human sports, The winner is the one who scores the fewest possible points. I just thought you might find that interesting. Most winners do. Very good. You've
As it
really
looks
come
like Bets and
together.
Creative will have a small lead leaving
Doing all of
buttons,
the work.
but probably only by a couple of seconds.
That 229.3, 231.1. So about 2
Yeah,
seconds.
about a second and a half. Yeah, with this. Well, no, it is more like 2 seconds. You're right.
These tests are potentially lethal when communication, teamwork, and mutual respect are not employed at all times. Naturally, this will pose an interesting challenge for one of you, given the other's
As
performance
it's nice
so
seeing
far.
a RTA timed race again.
What are you doing?
Get to see who's actually in the lead in these maps.
It would compromise
Bets and Creative getting into that door first. Lathil and Suola getting there a tad later.
that at least one of you is doing very, very well. Please continue into the next test chamber.
As it looks like Lathil and Suola will probably be behind by about 3.5 seconds.
312, 315, just around 3 seconds.
More like just straight up 3, yeah. Both going for the Rat Maze reset.
I don't know what you think you are doing, but I don't like it. I want you to stop.
Both having clean entries to the maze.
While it may appear that I am only
Looks like Bets and Creative had the cleaner overall maze, though.
the truth is, every aspect of your performance will be reflected in your final score. For instance, Orange, you just lost 2 opportunity advisement points.
We're tossing the cube.
Laying around.
Yep. Bets and Creative leaving at 351. Lathil Swola leaving at 354. So now about 3.5 seconds. I mean, that's just pure speed there from Bets and Creative gaining that little bit of time.
This is not a competition. Still, if it were, Orange.
I think Sushi's great.
Will we have...
Orange, you have a
Word?
gift for these tests.
Where is he at?
That's not just flattery.
Oh, shit.
He's in
Yeah,
test.
he's
Oh,
in
he's
test
big green.
minus 10. Yeah, I'll pace pal for it. I'll pace pal for it.
Yeah, pace pals. Will Sushi get the record, or will he one day, or not one day, will he once again choke in Finale 4?
Sometimes testing has to occur outside the confines of the lab. This next test is
Both now
so
going into
very
BTS.
I mean, won't even tell you what you were looking for. You will know it.
A little bit of bump there by Lathil and Suola. A little bit of bump on the wall, so losing a bit of time over Bets and Creative once again.
Oh, I almost forgot.
But
When you go
still
outside
not
the testing
anywhere
process,
in the
the
realm
only way
of
I can retrieve you is
unwinnable
to
for
violate
sure.
and disassemble you, then carefully reassemble you. Luckily, you don't feel pain. At any rate, you don't have a way to communicate that you feel pain. I consider that a failing, by the way.
That's in Creative leaving at 4:54. Lathil and Suola leaving at 5. So that's about 5 seconds of difference looking at the decimals.
And again, that's out of course 1, which means practically nothing.
Yeah. And I mean, seeing how these races have gone, usually Bets and Creative have the lead out of course 1. Then there's some changeover for who actually has the lead. And then it leads into somebody making a big mistake. First round, it was Bets and Creative. Lathil and Suola was the second round.
This course was originally designed to build confidence in humans. To do that,
Lathil and Suola for that second round. Third round, who knows?
followed by me praising them for another 10 minutes on how well they walked.
Because I just realized, it looks like Creative and Bets took a while to get into that mid room. Lathil missing the reportal though, so probably evens out, I would guess.
Maybe.
Actually, no, probably Bets and Creative are in the lead in terms of just this map.
That's right, you're not human.
So Lathil Suola be behind by a couple more seconds.
It is to praise someone for placing an edgeless safety cube into a receptacle designed to exactly fit an edgeless safety cube.
It's 603.6. 609.11. About a 2.5 second difference.
Electrocuted,
Yeah.
shot, drowned, crushed, burned and
So maybe not losing as much time as I thought.
I was just thinking of all the ways
We
That's
might
in
see it
creative
here,
once
though.
again having
Yeah.
trouble on Infinifling.
you just keep testing and
Oh
testing.
boy.
Those portals were a choice.
that ended up working okay is kind of nuts. Lathil and Suola will likely gain the lead though.
You must be
Lathil and Suola leaving at
I'm building a
around
strong character
6:42? Question mark? 6:41? Yeah, 6:41. Bets and Creative will leave at 6:42. So just over a second lead for Lathil and Suola. And let's see, will they get this first try? No. Second try? No. Third try? Yes.
Orange, can you write
And second try for Bets and Creative, third try for Lathil and Suola, which I believe is going to put up the gap by about 0.4.
Just look at how
Um,
much better you are than blue.
Sushi's red.
Blue. And they said no one
Sushi's red.
Yeah,
Damn.
I don't know what happened, but he's red. I saw it on
This
his
dude
timer.
sucks. Honestly?
He will never get record. He's washed.
He will never get record. Cue the screenshot. Lathil and Suola ahead by 0.47. That's like 20 something ticks.
Remember when I told you that you were the only subject?
Good fling. Barely getting it, and it was low fling. Not getting a ball boost, but very, very close. Getting a great ball boost is Bets and Creative, though. So I think Bets and Creative will be ahead leaving this map. Lathil and Suola at 740.3. Bets and Creative at, 739.6. Only ahead by about 0.7. As this has definitely been the closest that we've seen at this point, though, out of all the matches. Lathil and Suola getting it on their 7th try, I think is what I counted. Bets and Creative getting it on 3rd try, so they will be ahead by a good couple of seconds. Bets not messing up that cube grab this time. I think he messed it up the previous two.
Lathil
Did
did have
Lathil
to
mess up?
Lathil did have to re-hop on the catapult, so
Ooh, so now they're going to actually be behind by a
808.
good chunk here.
8:15.
Yeah, they're going to be behind by 7 seconds now. Wow. Just as I was saying, that was the closest that we've had into round 2, or into course 2 this far. Now making one of the more polarized differences in course 2.
Also, apparently Sushi's green again somehow.
Common Sushi. He's going to lose it in finale 4.
He'll lose it again. It's fine.
Congratulations on completing that last task.
Shout out the guy in his chat that just said inmate. Shout out Portal 2 jail.
Portal 2 jail, you can never get records.
Yeah.
50.8.
That's in creative.
59,
Yeah.
getting farther and farther apart each map. Just
Yeah,
due to
that was
Betsy
a very-
Creative's early game difference.
Yeah.
Human emotions. Do you need real encouragement? Let's see if this helps. Blue, you are the most advanced model of
Oh,
robot
bonking!
Oh no!
science has
So Lathil and Suola will get some of that lead back.
Bonking
Bonking it again! Oh
Failing the
no!
fling!
Wow. Let's in creative are losing probably about 10 to 15 seconds here. Wow.
926.6 for Lathil and Suola.
break from the official testing courses.
And they're not even in the elevator yet. Yeah, so they're going to be about 7 seconds behind now. That is a 14, 15 second swing. Lathil and Suola missing the seam shot.
Oh no! Oh, okay.
Finally getting it though, losing time though. That almost was disastrous. A reset there would have put them very far behind. Bets and Creative getting a fast seam shot, likely going to... Honestly, this may just tie up
Tie it, yeah.
the
Tie it,
times
or
now leaving this
Betsy
map.
Creative being slightly ahead.
The correct time is 0 seconds.
So Sushi's on finale
Look,
4,
what-
maybe green.
What is that cube doing? How is the cube blocking the whole fan? Oh, the cube got launched.
I want to be clear.
Does
Lathil and Suola leaving at 10-11.
Done. I get it.
Bets and Creative leaving at
10,
10-12.
12. Wow.
Yeah, so from a 7-second deficit, it's now only about a second. That could have gone way worse, though, for Lathil and Suola, all things considered.
I don't know what you think you are doing, but I don't like it. I want you to
Oh, bad taunt! Bad
Oh,
taunt for Bets and
no.
Creative!
testing courses.
So the time they just saved, they immediately lost
And
it.
trust me, humans only have one good trait.
These guys have record and they did bad taunt. That's crazy.
27. Sushi
27
PB
47.
2747. Is that record?
How? No, I don't think that's record.
Slash
Is it?
P2SN. 2747. 2746 is record. This guy will never get speedrun mod record.
Created and then abandoned by humans.
Hold on, I'm typing that in PB posting.
It is.
Creates
That is quite literally not record by point. Oh
Do you
god.
know why they abandoned this course?
By point 6. That isn't record. Extremely rough. Lathil and Suola 11-15 out of co-op bridges.
Yeah, no, this guy, Sushi, he'll get record, but he'll never get record.
He will never get record.
Oh my goodness. It looks like at some point in the
11.24.
scuffle when I was looking away, Bets and Creative must have had an even larger mistake because they're coming into bridge swap much
I thought going
later
back to these old tests
than
was funny.
Suola and
I
Lathil
wish
did.
Mike to fail this next test. I still won't be satisfied.
Or maybe not much. Maybe I'm tripping.
You did very well.
Maybe perhaps I am tripping, Your Honor. Lathil and Suola leaving bridge swap at 11:45. Yeah, no, at some point there was just another mistake, because now they are going to be leaving at about 55. So you're going to be about 10 seconds back of Lathil and Suola.
One of my best tests, and they let plants grow here. Can you believe this? You can't test plants. We tried. They just sit
12-15
neither showing pain nor fear. Excellent.
for Lathil and Suola.
For a human, you would want a reward for completing this test.
That passed that
As,
12-15
Betson-
mark.
Reward for testing. At least the
As they'll be
plants
leaving at
will
around
reward.
12:25 or 24, depending on when it turns over. 25.
The 10-second difference. Middle of
Yeah.
course 3.
I created this test to let the humans feel good about themselves.
Bets and Creative are going to want to get back some of that time sooner than later.
I'm sorry. The arrows seem to have rusted off. Good luck. Congratulations.
Creative
Uh,
falling off there,
that's-
so that being a second or two.
They
Yeah,
described it as impossible.
That's doing his extracurricular activities.
And one test subject even had the nerve to call it.
Lathil and Suola left here at 12:53. Very clean start of a bridge flying there. Bets and Creative leaving at 13:04. Pretty clean bridge fling for Lathil and Suola.
Humans originally requested
Um,
helmets to avoid brain injuries. I ran the numbers.
It looks like they will be leaving at about
Effective.
13:32.
To try and make this course more exciting, I asked the reassembly machine to not
Bets and
reassemble.
Creative following behind.
I understand.
Will this lead be larger than 10 seconds? It's looking like it's going to be larger than 10 seconds, but Lathil having a small hiccup there. A couple small hiccups on this first room of turret walls. Bets leaving at 13:44. Is now 11 seconds back, 12 seconds back of Lathil and Suola.
This is
A little bit of a ball steal. This has just not been a clean turret walls here for Lathil and Suola, losing a good 4 to 5 seconds probably.
Thankfully, no second room death, so
Yeah.
it's still fairly unoptimal movement.
No one has ever completed
especially compared to Bets and Creative that got a pretty well off turret walls.
Yeah. Lathil and Suola leaving that at 14-12, and Bets and Creative will be leaving it at 14-20. It's now only an 8-second deficit for Bets and Creative. A small bonk there for Lathil on Suola. They're stealing that turret. What is happening?
Interesting route.
Oh my goodness.
This is something that you'd see in like round 2 losers bracket. What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought one of them was going to fall off that pedestal, but they somehow stayed on. Oh my goodness. Man. 1456 leaving turret assassin here for Lathil and Suola. As Bets and Creative will leave with, I believe, a 1458. So now, yeah, Bets and Creative only 2 seconds behind coming into bridge testing. Of course, both teams have had their issues with bridge testing. So this isn't a surefire map for either of these duos. Lathil and Suola, they're going to be getting the ball there, but their mistake was with Philly Flingstake. Will Lathil hit it this time? Yes, he will. So no major mistakes there for Lathil and Suola on this map. Bets and Creative, they're going to get the ball, which was their issue in round 1. Creative now going for Philly Flingstake. He is going to get that pretty efficiently as well. So
I think here
Bets
just
and Creative had a bit leaner of a bridge testing. So I think by the end of it, Lathil and Suola will be.
they
I
will be
think they will
tied up.
still
I
be
think
ahead.
58-43.
5, 33, 41, 18.
Yeah, so they'll be ahead by
59-11.
only 0.7. Closest match that we have had going into Lobby 4.
I never expected you to make it this far.
Lathil and Suola leaving at 16-15. Bets and Creative looks like they're going to be leaving at 16-16. Yeah, but a low 16-16. So even gaining back just a couple of more ticks there. Lathil and Suola not going to get CFG'd here.
I have to build this new course just for you. I have noticed that you two have become extremely close. I'm not sure I like that. Test chamber completed. In the interest of science, the enrichment...
And Lathil and Suola will be leaving co-op funnels at 16:52.
52-26. Get those hundreds there.
And Bets and Creative leaving at 52.83. About
is
less than 0.6. Bets and Creative are clawing back tick by tick going into these maps.
To Orange talk, and I don't know how you put up with it. I really don't. You have the patience of a saint.
It's now
I can't bite my tongue anymore.
we'll be listening to a couple seconds of silence there from for Bets and Creative coming up. Lathil and Suola leaving Funnel Drill at 17:33. Bets and Creative leaving at 17:34, so about a second. Because you're probably right. I should be paying attention to the decimals.
Yeah, we are at the point where the hundredths matter.
Yeah. Clean funnel catch for Bets and Creative. Lathil leaving at 56:36. Bets and Creative leaving at 57.65. So they're about 1.3 behind Lathil and Suola at this point.
just stop it already? You don't need to do that.
Lathil and Suola leaving at 24.66 out of Funnel Laser. As Bets and Creative will be leaving at 25-23, now 0.6. Lathil and Suola do not mess up co-op polarity. Their first time not messing it up in this match today. Can Bets and Creative follow that up?
How well do you
That was a very important that neither of them messed up. Creative
Creative messed
dying.
it up!
I told you
That is going to put
Oh.
Suola and Lathil in the lead by about 8 seconds, probably. Creative now on his second try, missing it again!
Oh!
Lathil and Suola are going to be getting a really, really nice lead going into the end of Course 4 and into Course 5! Third miss! Third miss by Creative!
Real creative, more like real chokes.
That's what I'm saying. Creative hitting it on his fourth try, but Bets and Creative are going to be behind massively now.
test you? You are my favorite cooperative testing subject.
Lathil and Suola leaving Funnel Hop at 1922, as Bets and Creative won't be entering it until 1922.
That is a whole chamber behind.
Yeah.
I agree.
One whole funnel hop. Is that what this is?
Yeah.
And
Funnel
one
Hop.
whole funnel hop.
Like to say,
Bets speed locking there, so they're going to lose just a tiny bit of time there, too.
Orange for telling me those
Um,
horrible things about you. If Orange had said those things about me,
As Bets and Creative, even though being the record holders by a good margin, are now looking at a big chance that they could not be making the finals today, as they are now behind by 32 seconds in Course 4.
you both made it. It seems no matter what I try to do to pull you apart or destroy you, you just keep going. Keep testing. Don't either of you have drive to be better?
We could be seeing
At
the
start,
pretty
you
much the
always
upset
felt you
of the
were
decade
close,
here
close,
if this
and
does
they tried to
happen.
drive you apart.
Yeah.
And Bets and Creative have been clawing down AMC record day by day, taking a second or two off. But these mistakes are ones that just cannot be looked past.
Right. And once again, Lathil and Suola leaving a map as Bets and Creative are entering it. Lathil and Suola leaving Funnel Maze at 2040.
Test for the standard course. It's just something I whipped up for you. I thought you might enjoy a challenge for once.
As Turret Warehouse can be fickle, though, at times. But it won't be fickle today for them.
You completed the standard section of this course.
So Lathil and Suola, remember, leaving Funnel Maze at 2040.
Test outside of the standard testing track. Please refrain from doing those childish gestures.
Bets
while you
and
are
Creative leaving it at 21:12. So still now behind by 32 seconds. As Lathil and Suola enter into their domain
You need to
on
find a
Course
power
5.
station at the end of this course. The humans must have accidentally disconnected.
The thing is at this point, assuming that Lathil and Suola play a clean Course 5, one more major mistake for Bets and Creative may put the nail in the coffin on this match. Creative having some troubles there getting over the desk. That'll lose them a couple of seconds.
You did it. You powered on the system.
But, I mean, we've
fully
seen
connected.
major mistakes happen, though, from Lathil and Suola. We know that they lost 15 seconds earlier in Prop Crushers.
Excellent.
We know that they almost lost a significant amount of time in Vault Entrance on the last round. So it's not fully decided. We will see Lathil and Suola leaving repulsion jumps at 22:07. as Bets and Creative are still in lobby 5 at 22:07.
Lathil getting a speed. Oh, getting
Lathil
speed
though.
lock there. Saving it. Not saving it.
No, he doesn't save it. So Lathil and Suola losing some of that time that they've gained over Betsruner and Creative.
Training to reach the human vault.
That
Right,
gel is very far away.
That is
A
not the
second
gel.
mistake.
Let's be honest.
Would it be worth just taking the extra time
We saw it. Congratulations.
to get a better gel?
You two
They're not going to.
Oh, he's gonna
This
do
is
this
a
back up.
massive.
asked for.
That
This
is
is
the
a
mistake
massive
that
mistake.
that's the mistake that Bets and Creative are looking for.
That's in Creative, by the way, behind by 33 seconds, leaving rep jumps, but
Are you
they
kidding?
may not be behind by more than 10 seconds, leaving double bounce.
Humans alive tried to secretly imprison other humans and hide their
Lathil and Suola leaving double bounce at
23:07.
23:07.
Checked an old suggestion box. The number one request: less deadly tests.
In fact, they may be in the lead.
Ridiculous. How do they know for sure the tests are deadly if they could still write the suggestion?
No, they're not. Thankfully,
They
they're
won't
not.
be in the
But
lead. But
1
they're only
second.
behind by 1.7, I believe. What in the world?
To get to the vault, you are going to need to use all.
As
Wait.
now all of a sudden we're having to pay attention to the milliseconds.
I have made these tests extremely difficult.
Lathil and Suola,
Extremely deadly,
34.98,
but also
leaving
amazing
bridge repulsion, but
assembled.
that's messing up the strafe. That's going to lose them time still.
Lucky for you two, while I can't control the world outside of the testing courses, the reassembly.
Jayo, I know I just said the time, but what what was Lathil and Suola leaving at?
Good question.
We'll leave. We'll check on wall repulsion, and I won't forget this time. I mean, wow.
I didn't mean to make you feel bad earlier about your tests not being real science. I guess finding out they weren't science was some sort of test in and of itself.
Lathil and Suola leaving at
Congratulations
9:53.
on passing that test. I
Both making that
want you to
strafe.
make a statue of me for rescuing them.
Will Lathil and Suola do prop crushers cleanly though? That's a big question right now.
I will make sure your names are included in the footnotes.
Bets and Creative leaving at 16:75. They are about 7 seconds back.
One big mistake
As-
from Lathil and Suola could change this match.
Don't think you two aren't going
Yeah.
to get something. The bond you form during these tests will last a lifetime.
Yeah, that was definitely clean enough prop crushers. Oh, I thought Bets was going to fall all the way down. He doesn't. Creative gets through. He starts the dialogue.
Going to fail me?
As I'm going to take the next time check out of Turret Ninja.
If that doesn't motivate you, I'm not sure what will.
Turret Ninja, they leave at 12:08.
You two have never met here.
Remember, by the way, Bets and Creative, they go for the upper strafe while Lathil and Suola go for the lower one. That time, I believe, adds up to the deficit that we are seeing so far.
Kill you. But they do make. We are only 2 tests away from reaching the humans. Are you as excited as I am?
Bets and Creative leaving at 25:18. They are only 6 seconds back.
Only one more test after the
Lathil,
Leaving
Suola.
prop retrieval
laws are reused from
at
calculating
44:23 for Lathil and Suola.
operations and not for
Welcoming to Vault entrance. Any mistake that Lathil and Suola make can put Bets and Creative in the lead.
humans. Don't be.
Yeah.
This will have to be played perfectly.
Them are simply good test subjects. I believe the ratio of good test subjects to monsters is about
Bets and
1
Creative
to 1.
leaving at 50:55. They are behind by 6.3 seconds.
The human vault is just past that opening. I entered the security code, but the
Lathil and
Those buttons
Suola,
missed. Oh, were they missed?
I'm going to need you
I don't know. I don't think they were.
No, I don't think so. That timing. Oh, Lathil and Suola
As here it
getting
is,
it.
26. 26.
Oh
What is
no,
it going
they're
to
having
be?
to
They
move.
missed the taunt. They missed the taunt.
Find the vault door.
26-36. This is still winnable for Bets and Creative with that miss.
We just need good gel. That is
They
good
get good
enough.
gel.
That is absolutely good enough.
Will they make the strafes? Bets misses his first one.
Creative misses!
As
That's
Lathil
it!
and
That's
Suola
it!
will win the semifinals.
That is it.
Oh my goodness. If Creative hits that strafe, I think they would have won by about 0.5. And just like that, Creative
Creative
misses
misses
it for
again.
the second time. Lathil and Suola are your first pairing in the finals. I mean, unreal. Bets and Creative losing about 25 seconds in co-op polarity. Lathil and Suola losing about 20 in double bounce.
Something is wrong. This door
27
Bets and Creative.
35.
Wow. I mean,
That
I'm
is.
dumbfounded.
That is. Wow. That is insane. The biggest upset so far.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, Lathil and Suola showing their consistency, though, on display. They do not have a time that hits 27 in this matchup, while Bets and Creative have two that reach 27, both on very fatal vault entrance mistakes. I mean, wow.
you get
Burger. So they got two 26 3Xs and a 26-19 in the first round. So they showed some very, very impressive times today.
wow. So Lathil and Suola being our first finalists, you'll see them in maybe a couple weeks in the finals. Bets and Creative are heading into the losers bracket finals, and will be joined by one of 5 teams: Goldust and Letistray, Orin and Idboy, Seskel and Zyper, Turkey and Nano, or AJ and Sushi. So those are what we're fighting for right now. We're going to be focusing entirely on losers bracket up until that losers bracket final, and then we will be seeing who Lathil and Suola are going up against in the grands.
Yeah,
Oof. What a
man.
match. All right.
So I mean, looking at these teams, I mean, it's definitely no small teams here for Creative and Bets that they could be matching up against. I mean, Semka and Kitsune have shown that they can get, you know, mid to low 27s. Um, which I mean, today with Bets and Creative could have even gotten a loss against them if Semka and Kitsune were on their best grind. Gold Dust and Let Astray have shown some absolutely amazing times. Same as Seskel and Zyper. Um, yeah, wow.
And with that, we are done for today. All right, let's see. Is Sushi still alive? I guess we could actually go and watch him. Let's see. I guess I could check over here. Oh, yep, he's still going. Slash raid Sushi. All right. We will have our next match on Saturday, I believe 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Because remember that whole daylight savings thing happened, so we're in that now. But yeah, we'll be back for that. Well, I don't know if there'll be a stream for that, but the next match will be happening then. AJ and Sushi versus Turkey and Nano, I believe that is. Yes. Until then, enjoy Sushi's stream. Tell him that he will never get record. Yeah. Bye, everyone.